Hello everybody, welcome back to Getting Artsy with Cindy. So today we are going to be using our Spread Your Wings stamp set, brand new set. I can't wait to show it to you guys and to play with it. It's part of our new collection called Nature's Whimsy, and this set is, it has paper to go with it. So I'm going to show you guys that as well. So while I get you guys set up, make sure I can see your comments. We are on YouTube, so luckily you'll be able to go back and watch from the beginning. And let's make sure. Wait. And this set. Okay. All right. Live chat. If you guys are here, let me know. Okay. All right. So Monday nights we go live at 6:30 Central Time. Hope you guys can join us. And definitely go check out our Facebook page too. We've got our just Dare to Be Artsy on Facebook. And we also have our Artsy community. The Artsy community is a private group. You are all welcome. You just go in and join the group. And that's a place where you guys can share what you guys are making. We might give you sneak peeks of some of our new line. Hello, Denise. So we love it when you guys go to our Artsy community. We also have a great design team, and we are just getting ready to bring a couple new design team members on. So that information will be in there, and we'll be introducing them shortly. Hello, hello. So if you guys can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. Check out Dare to Be Artsy on Instagram too, and we're sharing stuff there all the time. We have a great design team lead, and she does like an Instagram hop periodically, and we'll be doing that with our new line as well. So again, this is our stamp set, Spread Your Wings, brand new. It is one of 5 in our newest collection called Nature's Whimsy, and I love this. I love our new paper. I print it right here in Kansas City, so I'm there when it's on the press. I can check it. I can tweak the colors. I just love having that control to make sure that it is the way I would like it to be. And the paper weight is also really nice. It's a really nice weight. It's 80-pound, double-sided. I keep the B sides, a lot smaller print. So you've got a little bigger print on one side, smaller on the back side. So it's great for card makers, scrapbookers, people that love to do like junk journals and stuff like that. So I think you're going to like the paper. Again, this collection has 6 papers. 5 of the papers have the stamps that match. So again, the one we're doing, and I'm going to show you kind of how this works. We're going to die cut some of the images right out of the paper to make one of our cards. So for instance, this one has 3 different stamps, or the different flowers in it. And the one called Spread Your Wings also has those same birds. So here's the little flying bird. Here's the one on the big branch, and here's the one on the little branch. And then there's some other flowers in here too that you can die cut. The dies are called the same thing. So Spread Your Wings die has got those images that are going to cut this out. Now, what I've done on the back of the die, so you know it's going to match the stamp set. So a lot of these images, the dies are designed to match the stamp set, of course. But when you flip it over, it shows you a piece of paper, and because those dies are going to cut a lot of these out. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how many you can get, how many things you can cut out of there. It doesn't take the place of the stamp set because you're going to miss out on all the sentiments that go with it. And it's not going to cut all the images out. It's kind of like an I Spy almost, trying to, match up your dies and stuff. So usually when I talk to people, they'll say, oh, I'm just going to get the die and the paper. Totally fine, but we'll eventually run out of paper, and then you'll have a die that doesn't do anything. So you can totally do it. Just get the die and the paper. If you buy just the single piece of paper. It comes in a pack of 15. So you get 15 of this one sheet, or what we like to do is put a variety pack together. So you will find the variety pack is going to give you two of all of the papers. Let me go ahead and show you the papers, and then we'll do some die cutting and making cards. So I showed you the first one. Then this is another one, Bitsy Bees. This is a good overall paper. You see how cute that is? And then the background has this nice honeycomb. I like the variety pack, again, because you know all the papers are going to go together. We use the same color palette and everything, so it mixes and matches really well. This one doesn't have its own stamp and die, just so you know. That's just kind of an overall one. Then we have Let Hope Bloom. And this has got like a big flower and a little flower, a couple different flowers that match that stamp set. I'm not going to show you all the stamp sets today because in the next few weeks we're going to just be playing through this whole collection. I love the words on the back of that one too. And the words actually, I don't have my glasses. I can't read the whole thing, but it's all about nature. So there's nothing weird in here. Like I didn't just use Greek text. I actually came up with kind of a paragraph about nature and birds and flowers and stuff, and then just repeated that pattern to create something. So you actually can read it if you want to, but I use it a lot as just like a background texture, which I love. This one is the Little Wonder, and it's going to have stamps and dies as well. Today on the, again, I'm not showing you the, Little Wonder stamp. It's back there. It matches two papers. And actually, when I was die cutting today with this one, I realized one of the dies that matches this stamp set also cuts flowers out of this paper. So I should have added this paper to the back. It actually, this die is going to cut 3 different papers, which is cool. All right. And then, okay, so that's this one. That, again, Little Wonders. The next one is Nectar Kissed, which I think is really pretty. And I love the purple in this. So I've got a number of customers that love purple. So I was like, it's time. It's time to do some purple in my paper, just for you guys. All right. Sweet as Honey is the next one. This has got a lot of the images for another one of the stamp sets and a really nice generic green in the background. And then you'll notice the hexagons. We have a brand new hexagon die, which is also very cool. And it's going to cut those images and other stuff too. So again, in the next few weeks, we're going to be walking through this whole collection. But today, spread your wings. That's what we're doing today. So I wanted to, let's go ahead and turn the camera around so you can look down at this. Okay. All right. So I do have our Little Wonders dies out, but I also have Spread Your Wings dies out. So let me show you what I mean. I will take this paper, and it's going to be 12 by 12, so you can't run this through your die cutting machine and stuff. So you're going to cut it down. So again, it's kind of like an I Spy. Here's the smaller bird. You can always go back to your stamp set so you know what you're looking for. Here's the big bird on the big branch, the smaller branch, and the flying bird right here. So I'm just going to cut around some stuff. Some of these flowers I can die cut too. So just to get this so it'll fit in my cutting machine, I'm going to go around some of this. Now, you're going to have to cut through some things that I keep seeing images that I can, let's go this way. There's a flower. I know we have a die for that too. So I'm just trying to get it into a smaller piece that's going to run through my machine. And let's cut some of this off over here. That flower is a die too, but for now, okay. I think this is going to run through the machine. Okay, let's go ahead and put some things on here. So I think it's easier to go ahead and lay this on my base. Is that too much of a glare? Try not to. Okay, and then I'm going to find all my pieces. Look at this. It's going to be great. You may have to cut some separate if they're too close to each other. Got this bird and this bird. We'll spin it around until it fits, but we got 3 birds there. This big one here is on this set. Here's that flower I was talking about. Might as well pull it off while we've got it. And that's going to go like there. Okay. I think that's all we'll do for now. This one, we'll cut that flower also. Let's just cut these to start with. Even this little thing here is a leaf. Let's go ahead just so you guys can see how cool this is. Okay. We'll just put this one down here. All right. Then I'm going to take my tape. And this is good if I had my glasses. Okay. And I'm just going to spin it around so I have a nice, I'm going to look at the bottom, look at the top, till it looks like I have the same amount of space all the way around, which I do. Just tape that down. I might tape, you don't usually have to do 2 pieces, but I'll go ahead and tape it down there. Again, all the papers are different. Some of the papers, there are more images that'll cut than others. When I'm designing, I want the paper to look good as a whole. So I'm not going to put the images in just for die's sake. Okay. Where's this one? I gotta spin, 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 spin. Here it is. Okay, there it is. I want the paper to look good, so I'm not going to put it in if it doesn't. I may have fewer images just to make sure that the paper looks good. Okay. And let's just cut this one out just so you can see how cool it is. Okay. All right. Look how awesome these are. And I'm not even done. I mean, like there's so many more pieces in here. And there's that little, oh, see that slid. I didn't tape that down very good. And it actually, I don't think I had any tape on it, so that one slid. So forget that one. Okay. But look at this. I did this one earlier. And that is all the pieces I was able to cut out of it. All these little flowers. There's kind of a few more I could probably cut. Here's one. Anyway, so I just wanted you to see that, see how cool that is. And let's go ahead and make a card. So we're going to move this out of the way. But there's your dies. Again, you don't want to do just the die in the paper. This is just when you're going to cheat. But you don't want that stamp set too. All right. So the other thing I wanted to use is, this is relatively new. It's our ovals. So I wanted to do a card with that. This is one I did earlier. Very clean, little bow at the top. Almost looks like a frame with that image. So it's a very simple and clean. I wanted to change it up a little bit for the card I do next. But I just wanted to show you that. So let's go ahead and we're going to play with the images out of the paper first, and then we'll cut a card with the stamped image. We'll do a card. So, all right, just A2 size cards. This is the back of that paper. So isn't that pretty? I mean, you could just make a simple card with that and a sentiment and be done, but we're going to use the back side because I love the blue. So I see we have North Carolina in the house. Just jump on there. I am going to get ready to go on Wednesday to New Orleans. I was used to saying New Orleans. I hear I'm doing it wrong. So New Orleans. I was kind of looking to see if there were any scrapbook stores down there, but I didn't really see any. So if you guys know of some, I'd always like, whenever I'm going to travel, to try and find one. So let me know if you guys are in that neck of the woods. Okay, I went ahead. Look at this. I love the back of this one. Isn't that pretty? And I love the words. So what I did, instead of just always doing your ovals, just keeping it, very symmetrical, which I do know I have some of you customers that love everything always perfectly straight. So for those of you that like things a little more wonky, that's what we're doing today, is wonky. I cut the same level out. I didn't want to go just a full frame, dark frame around this because I thought it'd be a little too dark. I just wanted the black to be almost a shadow. So I cut the exact same size, and I'm going to do this so the words are straight and my oval is at an angle. So see, we're going to line it up this way. So my words are going to be this way, but my oval is at an angle. And I'm going to glue it to the black, and I'm just going to have it I'm going to assume the light is coming from here, so I'm creating a shadow over here with that black piece. So I just want a little bit of it showing down to the bottom and the side. So that's what we're going to do, is just glue this on there. Okay, so I want it. Start with it the same angle, but just go up and over just a little bit. I think that's all it needs. Okay, all right. Then I'm going to glue it so that the words are horizontal. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same with this piece. So for this one, I can go, I can keep it kind of the same angle, but let's play with it a little and see if that's what we really want to do. I have this one. I'm going to do a note of thanks on this card. So what I did is I picked a yellow that's kind of the same color as the background of this flower or this image. So it kind of blends in a little bit, which is kind of nice. And then, so I think I like this oval the same angle because I'm going to run these flowers. Got another flower. Here's another one. Let me put this one down here. I kind of like that. And then I'm going to let those birds up. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do that one. So I'm going to do the same here. So keep it at the same angle. I'm just going to go up and over a little bit. And then I think with this one, I'm going to pop up this oval. Okay. I think this would make a nice card for Mother's Day, Easter. I just think the color palette is just such a nice springy set. You can use for so many things. Combine it with our, our new comfort set for sympathy. All right, I'm going to just line that up right in the middle. Again, now our shadows are going from this side. They're in the back. So doesn't it look like these are just totally layered? And popping this up, it gives it that extra dimension as well. All right, now I did cut out some just plain extra pieces. So I'm going to add this so you would get a little bit extra thickness to this. I like to put the glue on the back of the image instead of the back of the plain piece, because if I put the glue on here, I'd probably put it on the wrong side. So for me, I like to do it that way and then drop this on. Doesn't matter that it's a different color, because it's, if I'm holding it in my hand, it's gonna, I just wiggle it until it feels like it's lined up. Look at that, perfect. And that's just gonna add extra dimension. Okay, let's figure out where the other ones are going. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. That angle, yeah, the angled pieces really do kind of add a little bit more interest. So if you're not sure what to do with your layout, if you just want to jazz it up a little bit, it's okay to not be symmetrical. It just makes it a little more exciting. Okay, now I know I want to, this is going to overlap a little bit. So you can, I did stamp some on a cream paper too. So I could use the cream to match the background a little bit, but by doing it on the white, I think it pops up, it pops off of there a little bit better. So I'm going to swing this around. Well, let's see. We could do this one down here, and then run the blue up like that. I think I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this one on first. I like how it bleeds off a little bit. And I'm going to kind of run this along that edge there. Again, with the same color here, it just really, I think that really looks good. Okay. And I don't need to pop this up because I've double layered it, so it already has some extra dimension. I don't want to cover up all this little shadow, so I'm just going to go up here. Okay, and we're going to end up putting that there. So I think we can, I still want some of this black to show. I want it to bleed off. And then we'll do that one there. Okay, I'm going to position this again. So that's going to go there. I'm going to have this right in there. We're going to cross that right in the middle. Let's pop that one up. And then this is going to be right in the middle. Could go off a little bit. I kind of want to just right. Ah! There we go. So isn't that pretty? Again, just by angling it, having the word straight here, bleeding this off, I just think that creates kind of a nice look and fun layers. Let's go ahead and do another one. And we're using the same pieces. So again, this is using all these fun pieces that are cut right out of the paper. Move those off to the side. Can't wait to make another one of those. And then this one I've colored up. And we'll do some other coloring in one of the next few weeks where we'll do some Olo coloring and stuff. But for today, I just wanted to go ahead and make a couple cards. So I'm doing the same thing. I just took a scrap piece of white, and then this one I colored up with some purples and blues. We actually put together a Olo collection of 8 and 16. 8 are basic colors that match this collection, and then the 16 will finish out the 8 with the ones that the colors that you can shade with. So it gives you the kind of the light and dark, like it might have a purple, and so the 16 pack would have a lighter and a darker purple and a light and darker blue. So you can check that out in the collection section or the Olo section. We have that collection. Now it's been so popular that we are waiting for it to be restocked. It sold really well because everybody liked the idea of having the colors picked for you that match this collection. So you can, I believe you can still go on and order it. It just won't, we think it's going to be about a week before it comes in. So if you end up buying that, we'll either hold the whole order until those dies come or place the order separately. And then we can ship the other stuff to you first and then ship the colors when they come in. Okay. We'll talk about that more next week too when we do some coloring. All right. This is just, I love tying the black in. This is the back of this paper. Isn't that pretty? It's got some words in the background too, but we're using this. This is the back of the barcode for a little border here. So I kept it all attached. I think I'm going to flip it upside down. Before I do, let's just double check that I want to do that. Use the ovals again. I'm going to go at an angle again. And we're going to, I just use, now this set does have a die that could cut that out. Here it is, you're loved more than you know. So again, you can use the die to cut the words out. For this, I just want to really play with the ovals. So we're going to do this. And we've got other flowers. Let's see. So these are, I think we're going to kind of play that up like this. There we go. Okay, I like that. Again, I'm using the ovals at an angle. We could do it straight, but I just didn't think it was as fun as the angle. So this time I went ahead, instead of doing the green on there, I wanted it to pop off a little bit more. So I just went up the next layer up of my dies. It has a nice little stitch. When you die cut it, you are going to be able to tell the front and back. That one's not as defined, so I'm going to flip it over so you can see it better. So this one I'm just going to go straight in the center. I know, I like wonky, but for this one, the border is going to be straight. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this. just gave it a teeny bit of a black border. Okay. And this is going to be a Valentine's Day card for someone I know. And look at this. I love the purples. So cute. So we're angling that. This is going to sit in there. I just need to make sure I know where I'm putting it before I put the bird down. Okay. I think that is good. So let's move this out of the way. Okay. So I'm gonna go kind of the same around this edge and kind of close to the top. I'll pop up the other pieces, but for this we're gonna just do flat. I think that works. This I think I'll do, well, I think I want to pop this up. Let's do. We have so many holidays coming up. We've got Valentine's Day this weekend, so I hope you guys are ready for that. And then before long, we're going to have Easter and Mother's Day. Some of these cards are going to be great for that. So plan early. If you're looking for Easter, you can just, in the search, write, type in Easter, and that should get you to find some of those that we have. All right, let's see where I want to put this. I want some of that green to show. I think I'm going to do it kind of like, I can go off to this side. I think I'll do that. So I'm keeping the word straight, kind of straight. And then let's go ahead. I did double layer this, but since I lifted that up, I need to put some foam tape on the bottom of this. Not the part that's going to be attached to here, but I'm going to need it on the bottom half. Okay. And just going to angle this a little bit. Want some of that purple to show. Then we can do this in this corner. Again, we need to pop up a little bit on the outside of the flower, but not the part that's on the sentiment piece. So just on the edge. And then we'll put glue right there. Okay. I'm kind of letting the stem of this flower flow along the oval. Kind of wraps around like that. And then let's put, I think I'm going to put this down here. You can add these to the inside of your card too. Now that you have all of these fun pieces cut out. There we go. So another fun card, and then simple A2. We've got this one. Let's go ahead and just add a really simple little flower to the inside of this. just in the bottom corner. You know what's also nice? Let's, I think I want, so the inside of these, let's just do it to one of them. You can leave your insides totally plain, but why not play with your sentiments? Let's go ahead and cut, like for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece. And we won't do it to both. I just need to find a piece of white. Just grab my scraps. I have tons of scraps. And I think this is just gonna, it's gonna just be a nice little added piece to the inside of your card. Fuzzy. So now when you open this, it's not just plain. Like, nobody likes that. But this. And you can do it like that. Or I'm going in an angle. Because here you can write to your person and then let your words here and sign down here. I kind of like that. So I know this angle thing is driving some of you crazy. Let's go ahead and put a flower down here. There. Doesn't that just add a little bit more to the inside of your card? Then you kind of see this angle and it kind of makes sense. You've got this another fun angle on the inside. Let's go ahead and just, for this one, let's just put this in this bottom corner. So have fun with it. Make sure you decorate the inside. Oh, and you mentioned, Denise mentioned the zip strip, which really, you know what? I'm going to put this right here because I think I want to put a little strip. Let's see which one I want to use. I am going to add something to the inside. Look at this. Just that little stripe. Wouldn't that look cute? So thanks. Who mentioned that? Denise mentioned that. I'm going to add this to the inside of the card. And 5.5. Could do it on both of these cards since we got it out. 5.5. Let's do another one. Look at this. Just on the edge. There we go. Like that. That is nice. Here, I don't know that it needs it there. Could do it here. Why not? By adding it over on this left side, it brings your eye over here. I'm going to have it go in a little bit. And then it almost can create a space where you actually can write along something, you know, like a little letter over here and then sign it over here. It brings your eye over, so it makes this a bigger canvas for writing something. Fun. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned something about the zip strip. There are so many uses for the little zip strips. Yes, I agree. I just love it here. Let me show you this one. This is our horizontal center step card. And then I cut that one off. So I just used, that's actually that same piece, but just using a little thinner strip. But that really finished out that card as well. So those are the cards. Again, here we have this one. Straight. I mean, I like them all. But what do you guys think about the angled versus the straight? So giving you guys kind of a, here's 3 different cards, 3 kind of different looks. And this is using the stamped image, and images right out of the paper. You got your angles and you have your straightforward. So we got 1, 2, and 3. I'm very curious. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite? Let me know your favorite, 1, 2, or 3. And it's always fun to see what you guys think. And Victoria, I'm glad you found the message about the class as well. Again, 6:30 on Monday nights. We're on YouTube, so you can always go back and look at all of the other images or all the other videos that we've done. And some are in Facebook. We've got angle. Some like the angle. So again, coming up, we're going to do some coloring tips with this new collection, and we'll be able to show you all of the other 5 sets. We also have a Stamp of the Month Club, and of the 5 stamps, 2 of the 5 are in our Clubhouse sets. We just shipped out one, actually the one using the Little Wonders. So that was our first Stamp of the Month Club set of this collection. So I'm glad you guys like it. We've got a number 1. We've got a 3. Another 1. I know the purple is fun, right? Well, good. It's fun to see what you guys like. And I'll know what to do more next time when you guys share what you guys like. Again, go to the Artzy community and share what you're making right now. Love to see it. I also want to get into some more maybe junk journaling in the future, which I haven't done very much of. So I might be learning that with you guys. So share. We love to see what you're doing. That is it for today. Again, we will be back next Monday with one of the other stamp sets in this collection and probably do a little coloring for you. So let's turn it around. All right, you guys, find time to spend in your craft room this week.